After playing Manchester United and Real Madrid, what do you expect to learn from a game against Tottenham? And do you think they're going to be one of your major title rivals this year?
Good afternoon, Tottenham. You know, all of you, when the journalists are in Manchester in our press conference, the respect I have for the way they play. Their physicality is high, they are so strong, and they play high, and they play with a lot of quality players. So it's of course a good test for us, like it was against United, against Madrid. We are still in process, so the players are not fit to play 90 minutes, all of them. But I am a big fan from the way they play. I like to see teams play good, and Tottenham is one of them.
Thanks, guys.
Pep, Tottenham have yet to make any signings, whereas you've made a number already. Does that show the difference between the two clubs?
So I don't know, because I'm not involved in it with this Tottenham. So we make chances because I said last season we arrived and we had a squad with more than 30 years. Most of even 10, 11 players more than 30 years old. So it's a team like a group of generation of players make a lot of things from Manchester City. They won a lot, but we were 10 players more than that, and we decided to change. I think Tottenham don't have this kind of problems. All of them, they are young enough. And I'm pretty sure that the years upcoming, Manchester City is not going to watch, is not going to buy 6, 7 players every season. No. So last season we start. This season we make another new players, and in the future will be less. So, but the way they use their transfer, the way it's not my business. So I don't know what they think. So it was the second team closest to the champion, Chelsea. So it's the team right now who was the closest and more chance to win the title of the Premier League. So we are going to try to reduce that gap, not just Chelsea, even Tottenham.
Pep, by the start of the season, you'll have had 4 preparation games. I think you play one more game in Iceland after this trip. Do you think 4 games is enough to be ready for the start of the season, or do you think your players will still be trying to get their full fitness? And also, just on Bernardo Silva, will he be ready to start the season, having not been with you during the pre-season?
Yeah, but maybe it would be better more games. But also, I like to training. I need to training, and this crazy schedule for a lot of full of games and competitions. Like the guys have just Bernardo Silva played the Copa Confederation with Claudio. So when the team starts to new one, they finish the last one. So they need to rest. So, and I think Bernardo is a player who will take the physical condition quick. So, but I think it was good what we have done. So enough games. So we saw last game the team in good spirit, a good rhythm, and even against United. So we have still 2 weeks before the start of the season, and we have 10 months. So we don't prepare to be 100%. Well, to be 100% the first game, but to be 100% in the next 9 months. So I'm not worried about that.
One for John and one for Pep. John, great result on Wednesday. Good performance as well. Do you get a sense within the group yourself that this could be a special year, special season for City?
Yeah, definitely. I think the players that have been brought in from the players last season, gelled straight away. I know there's still some to come back, but I think the type of group that we are and the players that we've got, it's quite easy to fit in. I found that last season. So yeah, it's going to be a special season, as in we want to push for everything and give 100% in everything, in every competition, and that's a standard that we've got to set for us, for the staff, for everyone involved with Manchester City. I think we owe it to ourselves and everyone involved that we want to win titles and are definitely going to push for it.
Thank you. And Pep, Mbappe and Sanchez, any news?
Monaco Arsenal player.
Forgetting names, if a quality striker became available, you liked them and they wanted to work with you, would there be an opening for that position?
No, so the market finished 31st of August, so I don't know what's going to happen with the players we have. I said the same last. So I was so happy last season with the squad we had, and I'm so happy exactly what we have, and we are talking and thinking what we can do to getting better. But I'm so satisfied with the last season, the players I had. You will listen never one bad word about the players the last season, because I think it's my feeling. We made a very, very good things, and I think we played quite well last season. We missed some situations in the boxes, but we decided to buy new players to reinforce the team, like all the teams around the world. They have done, and they will do that until the 31st of the August. We did it sooner than the other ones, but at the end I finished with the squad. I'm so happy, like I was last season.
John, what's the difference between playing in a three-man defence and a four-man defence, and which do you find easier?
I don't think there's a big difference in the respect of we train, hard at both systems, and the manager, gets his points across of how we want to play, and it kind of all falls into sync. I think it also depends on the opposition, and adding another string to our bow where we can play two different formations. I'm sure you've all seen plenty of games of ours, and how much the team rotate, and are so adaptable to different situations. And for me personally, it's great to be able to have another formation, and from my learning perspective as well, to play in different formations. We played against United as a 4 at the back, and against Madrid as a 3 or 5, if you want, however you want to call it. And for me personally, it's a challenge to take on, and to see how we adapt to that, and hopefully going forward we can improve on whatever formation we play in.
Which do you find easier? Which
It's difficult. It's it works. Depends out who you're playing. If it works well against them, and that's an easy game. And say if you play in a 4 and win, and it's never an easy game, but it's the system works, and that's why the manager, trains us so hard at being good at these formations.
Yeah, another one for you, John. Really, just how do you look back on your sort of first season at Manchester City, and also do you feel that playing alongside Vincent Kompany, hopefully he'll stay fit? Do you think that will benefit you?
Yeah, definitely. Whoever I play with is always a good experience for me, a learning experience. There's top quality players in the dressing room, and everyone's fighting for the place in there, which is great. It's healthy competition. In respect to the first season, I said to Pep after the season had finished that it was a great experience for me, a very positive one in my opinion. I learnt so much, game time, new competitions, Champions League, and I felt like I'd grown massively as a player from the start of the season to the end. And that's why I made the switch. I wanted to come here and learn and improve as a player and a person, and I felt that I did that massively.
John, Steve Bates from the Daily Mirror. The manager has brought some very, very exciting players with a lot of pace this summer, particularly the full-back areas, and that's clear that the way City are going to play is very attacking and very quick. Do you think, as a centre-half, that will put more pressure on you guys at the back to make sure that you don't get caught out on counter-attacking moves by opposition?
There's always pressure on any footballer, but I think in that respect, no. I think you guys don't get to see us train day in day out, and we work hard on our defensive duties. Not just the defenders, starting from the strikers, Sergio, Gabriel, everyone. And I think you can almost have an opinion of how we're going to play with the players that we've brought in, without really looking at all the hard work on the defensive duties that we do on the training pitch. So in that respect, I think they're great defenders and also great attackers, which is, you know, great credit to the players that the manager's brought in.
Pep, this is a quick question. Was your first year at reflecting? Was your first year at Man City what you thought it was going to be? What expectations you have, and did they? What did you? Was it basically what you expected it to be your first year as coach or manager?
Yeah, was high, and it's high will be always high. So I have a past, and the past means I have to defend what we did, and we did. No, I did, we did, and it was high and will be high in this season. So the pressure is the same to try to, of course, win the titles. And we tried last season. We didn't get it, but we tried, and we're going to try this season and put it in the mind. So reflecting, we have done so against Real Madrid. So if you are, it's not about tactics and the way we play the 4 or 5 or 3. It's the way if you believe we can do that. If we believe we can beat them in the way we want to play, because the principles are the same. It doesn't matter 4 or 5. The players knows what you have to do in the terms of the high pressing, the terms to be aggressive in some areas, with the ball and without the ball. So nothing changed. So when we change the system, it's to the principle reinforce what we have to do, and that is the point. So we try to be happy playing the way we want to play, and we will see how is our level in terms competing for the other ones.
Pep, have you decided where Gundogan is going to play next season? I think you talked
Fullback, no.
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
I think you suggested last season that you saw him as an attacking midfielder.
Yeah.
Has your mind changed now that you've got so many attacking midfielders? Would maybe he be that holding midfielder?
No, he's a player can play a holding midfielder, player in attacking. He has a talent to arrive to the box, the center of goal. So we miss him a lot last season, to give time the little rest to Kevin, to David, and the other one. So he's a player with a special quality, but you have to be a little bit careful with him, because he was injured a long time in the past. He had problems too. So we're going to take care of him, and I'm pretty sure it's going to help him, because his talent is no doubts about that. He's a player which I like a lot. He moves in small places. He's so intelligent, so quick. We kick with the ball. He reads absolutely everything. And overall, when he's close to the box, he's a machine. He scores goals. And have an attacking midfielder, a winger with the sense of goal is so important. Not put all the pressure just with the strikers. And we're going to try to recover him and help him to try to help us.
Pep, you let Alex Kolarov go to Roma last week. You used him generally as a centre-back. Will you look to get another centre-back, or are you happy with John, Vincent Kompany and Nicolas Otamendi?
No, we are so, yeah, of course I'm happy with John, with Bini, with Nico. But we're going to see. So we don't have too much to spend more. So we spend a lot because we didn't have guys. So, and the market is so expensive in that period in the last years. But we're going to see. We're going to see if we need someone else, and if the market gave us a chance, we're going to try. But if done, we're going to have with that guys, and we're going to see.
In the past, Pep, the likes of David Silva and Aguero and Torre have probably always been guaranteed starters for the team. Do you think the fact that you've got such intense quality competition in so many positions now can actually help to elevate an already very high level of a lot of players in your team?
That's the reason why, yeah. If you want to compete in the big teams, my dream would be working with 11 players. No injuries, just play. Nobody upset, and everybody happy. But they want to compete every game in the 3-4 competitions like all the big teams do, and we're going to try to be one of them. So we have to big a squad. So John has to feel, so if he doesn't play good, another one is going to play. So it's the same with the John, the goalkeepers, the midfield players, the strikers, and everyone. So I have to be fair what I see on the pitch, not what they've done in the past. So I'm not here to defend like a manager to what they have done. The people expect new success. It's the same for the players. So it's good for them to encourage a next step. We have to do that.
You got a big reaction from Aguero with Gabriel Jesus coming in. do you think the likes of Bernardo Silva then coming in can not, push David Silva and De Bruyne on again, and that they can?
Yeah, all of them. All of them, they had a good performance to play. I will try to be fair, making mistakes, of course, because sometimes it happened in the past. All of them deserve to play, and they have to choose. But not always deserve. Have to be responsive, play. But everybody will play. So I'm a guy who make a lot of rotation during the season, and everybody's going to play a lot of minutes. Everybody's going to play. I don't think I'm not going to play a fixed 11, but it's impossible to sustainable during the long season. And as much well they play, more minutes they will have.
Last question, please, guys.
Pepe, buenas noches. ¿Qué puede hablar de los brasileños que llegaron en la janela de transferencia? Douglas, Danilo, Ederson. ¿Cómo piensa que Gabriel Jesus va a llegar esta temporada?
The question is if he could speak about the Brazilian players, specifically about Gabriel Jesus this season.
No, we are happy, all of them. So the Brazilian music is good in the bus. Sorry, es verdad. Que estamos contentos con ellos, especialmente con la música que nos toca en el autobús. No, son fantásticos. He trabajado muchos años con brasileños y tienen algo especial. Físicamente son fuertes, técnicamente son dotados y tenemos los que tenemos y estamos contentos con ellos, tanto con Ederson como Gabriel, con Niño. Todos ellos están con Danilo ahora que ha llegado. Estamos muy contentos con el rendimiento de ellos.
¿Piensa que Gabriel está pronto para esta temporada?
Todos lo están, no solo Gabriel, lo estuvo el año pasado, todos lo están.
He said we're very happy with them. They bring great music on the bus. I've worked with a lot of Brazilians over the past few years. They're very physically strong. We're very happy with who we have, with Ederson, Gabriel, Danilo, who's now with us.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.